G'day again, John down under tunage here in Melbourne, Australia. Thought I'd throw together a quick finds video. Yeah, Mrs. D and I went to a record fair yesterday at a Box Hill, which is one of the big ones we have here in Melbourne. And it's fairly close, so it's easy to get to, and there's always tons of good stuff there. And yeah, we spent a fair bit, as you sometimes do there. Yeah, got a box load of... Got a box load of vinyl 12s, a few 7s, and a couple of books that we managed to pick up. And so I just quickly thought I'd run through what sort of stuff you get at those places and sort of the stuff I like to find. And first one to show, straight out of the box, Ross Wilson, he was ex-Daddy Cool at that stage, and then he was in Mondo Rock. And yeah, this is Dark Side of the Man, one of his solos. Yeah, I've got the 7-inch single Bed of Nails. I know that one. Yeah, as obviously I just got them yesterday, so we haven't spun anything or even sorted them, put them into Discogs yet. But that's the first one, Ross Wilson. This is about 89, I think, from memory. Next one out of the box is Fairground Attraction, and the what's that called? A Fond Kiss, and nice railway cover, so I'll keep a note of that just in case that's one of those tricky quiz questions some people come up with. Yeah, I mean, everybody knows the album with Perfect on it. This hasn't got that. This was really cheap, so I thought, why not? I'm not sure if this is an Aussie press or not. That's on RCA. RCA Victor. Oh goodness, I can't read that small, but yeah, so yeah, good one. Yeah, for that sort of money we paid, I mean, why not? So that's Fairground Attraction. This was one of those blind buys that I like to do. They're Aussie. I think they're Brisbane from memory, and they're called the band was My Three Sons, and the album is Wages of Sin. Get out the plastic. Yeah, they're My Three Sons, but there's actually 5 in the group. Oh god, I can't remember which track. Yeah, one of them is on a 7-inch. Is it Misplaced or Warsaw? I know it's one of those two, but I don't have it anyway. But I do recall seeing it. Yeah, and there's another money shop that might be useful. And that is on the Big Time label, that one. And yeah, a tenner. Why not? Next one, what do we got here? Oh, this is Monica and the Moochers, and this is called Too Darn Hot. And there's the back. The cat's going crazy in the background. Yeah, Monica is there. She is there. Aussies will be familiar with the show Play School. She was one of the regular presenters, as those who had kids growing up in that era would probably remember her. Yeah, she's got a jazzy, cool sort of sound. Yeah, I've got one of her singles as well. Yeah, quite a nice label. And there's the other side. Yeah, oh, it's covered in dust, this one, so I'll need to clean. But yeah, that was a sort of good one to find. Yeah, cheap as of course. Yeah, one of those ones I've sort of had on the want list for a while and finally saw it on vinyl. And yeah, that's the inner, and the glamorous Ms. Trappiger there with the other band members. And a couple from the same artist, that's Quarter Flash. This is Take Another Picture. Yeah, big group of it's rather strange front cover art, that one. That's on Geffen. Yeah, because what had happened is we'd seen this one. This is their first album, I think. Yeah, this is only 10. Somebody had one of these at an op shop and they wanted $20 for it, and I'm like, no, I don't think so. So this is half the price at a proper record shop for a proper seller. So yeah, that's the first called Heart. Yeah, that's got the Harden My Heart on it, of course, which leads off. So that's yeah, rather. Mrs. D was quite impressed with the cover too, sort of that spooky sort of look. So that's a couple we got from Quarter Flash. Then this one I've sort of picked this up yet. This is the Andrew Durant Memorial Concert, which was very early 80s from memory. Yeah, I think he was the guy from the Stars, the band The Stars. He died young. Yeah, and it's like a tribute memorial concert for him. And you got like Renee Gayers there, Broderick Smith, Ian Mossy, Dan Walker. Yeah, tons of Karen Tolhurst's here. I think Barnsley's on it. Yeah, Richard Clapton. So that's sort of like a best of, sort of a compilation thing. I think there's about 3 records from this. It feels pretty heavy. I better not pull it all out. But that's yeah, I've always been meaning to get it and finally have. So that's the Andrew Durant Memorial Concert, local Aussies. This is Mrs. D's choice. I got no idea because she's not here. So this is Snow Patrol. It's called Signal Fire. Yeah, it's like a Sora-shaped picture disc, and it's like a cobweb or something. Yeah, I got no idea, but yeah, apparently there's one of the bands she likes, so yeah, she grabbed this one. And some more lesser known Aussie, the Odalites and Persistence of Memory. Yeah, great. Yeah, I should put this in the great Aussie band name list because it's the Odalites, which is a theodolites like that, measuring height and stuff, I think, from memory, from surveyors. Yeah, this is an EP from them. Oh God, where are they? They were from Tassie. I think they were a Tassie group. Yeah, don't quote me, but I think that's what they're from. So that's one we got. And some Broderick Smith. He was, yeah, Broderick Smith's big combo, and first up in the Dingoes from memory. And this is a one of his on his own. What's this one? On Wheatley and 1984. So it's another one we got that's Aussie. Yeah. You don't see this very often. Maria Callas records at a record fair. And that was, this is the first one. This is her singing Mozart, Beethoven and whatnot. This is mid-60s, probably about 64. And these are the rarer ones, the stereos. You can pay good money for them. So, yeah, if you ever look in op shops and that, and the SAXO, the O's for Australian pressings, and the SAX are the stereo pressings. So SAX in England, the British ones are just that. And yeah, they do go for big bickies sometimes. Just show you what a label looks like. I don't think many people are going to put Maria Callas on the VC, but I will. So there you go, that's a Columbia, one of the early versions of turquoise and silver label, and the stereophonic. So yeah, quite pleased to pick that up. And of course the guy goes, oh, I got tons of boxes and stuff, but I didn't bring them, so usual story. But yeah, to get a couple, because I also got this one. Callas sings Verdi Arias. Beautiful cover. I've got a Japanese pressing of this, but yeah, you get an Aussie stereo, you take it. So there's a couple of Maria Callas's added to the collection. Then this one, a Greenpeace compilation. Had to get this for the, yeah, it was only cost a $5, and it's got Kate Bush's Breathing on it. Where is she? Yeah, there she is there. Yeah, I've always meant to, I used to have this years ago, but got rid of it. But yeah, it's a, yeah, sort of a environmental type one. Yeah, Got Shock the Monkey by Peter Gabriel. The really brilliant song that I still haven't found the 7 or 12 inch for was Mad World by Tears for Fears. That's one I'm still chasing. What other songs do we know? Yeah, Madness actually got on. Yeah, Wings of a Dove, that's here. Eurythmics got on as well. And of course, Mrs. D absolutely adores Depeche Mode. So yeah, she pricked her ears up when she saw they were on it with the Blasphemous Rumours song. Then a compilation by a band The Group, GROOP. And yeah, their big track is, what's that one called? Yeah, Woman You're Breaking Me. Yeah, that's a, yeah, fantastic track that is. What's this, A Music for Pleasure? Don't know, probably an 80s repress, but yeah, that's sort of some older stuff to have. And yeah, I actually bought Little River Band. Don't know why, but yeah, it's a best of. It's Long Way Greatest Hits, classic lineup. Yeah, I've just read Shorrock's book, and it's quite an interesting read because yeah, it got really messy at the end with them. But yeah, early days, yeah, they were quite a good band. So why not have some LRB in their collection? Nick Barker and the Reptiles. This is Sure Beats Going to Pieces, which is his sort of the main song he had. Where's Nick? There he is. He looked a bit Kurt Cobainish. He had that sort of big hair and sort of look. Yeah. What was he had another band too? God, I can't remember the name at the moment. Yeah, I'll probably put it underneath. But yeah, he's sort of very late 80s, early 90s. So that's Nick Barker and the Reptiles. And some early, this is pre-LRB, I think that's Glenn Shorrock, yeah, who was the lead singer in the Little River Band. Yeah, The Twilights, so it's another comp of early Aussie stuff. 12-inch from the Mentals, Don't Tell Me Now, yeah, classic Aussie band, look at them. Always a good time with these guys. Yeah, they're good value. So that's yeah, another one of the Mental as Anything collection. Some Chris Bailey. He was the singer from the Saints. And this is the album Demons, which is right at the end of vinyl for us, because I think this is 90. Here's a promo, this one. This is, I think, 91. And that's on Mushroom. So that's one from Chris Bailey. Yeah, this is a fairly hard one to get. That's Stevie Wright. He was in the Easy Beats, and this is on Albert, Hard Road, and of course the main ones are the Evie Part 1, Part 2, Part 3, and he's got another album, Black Eye Bruise, but I just haven't found that yet, and it's really expensive. But there's the Albert label there. Classic one we've got here in Australia. And I did get some Akadaka, but this stuff is going crazy money. This is an American pressing of If You Want Blood. The Richard Light wouldn't come on it. Yeah, what cover art. That is just brilliant. And yeah, classic stuff. Yeah, I really like them. This is I think an American press, this one. Yeah, that's on the Atlantic. Yeah, you can get these for 2 figures, but most of the Aussie pressings, originals, are going for big, some up to 4 figures. Like there's a couple on eBay recently, they were $500 or $600 each. And also got a High Voltage, an original, Aussie Ridge, their first album, with that brilliant track, Baby Please Don't Go. Yeah, look that up when Bond's dressed as a schoolgirl. It's crazy. And that one's not the very first press because that's got a roux, but this is the blue, yeah, the blue Albert, but no roux, so that's sort of a reasonable price. Still expensive. So yeah, I think I only need Let There Be Rock as a vinyl, and then I'm pretty well good for the early Akadakas or the Bon Scott stuff. Got a 12-inch single from the Baby Animals. That was Susie DeMarchi's band. This is the big track they had, Early Warning. I think this is a British one, this one. It's got a 5 bucket off. It could be Brit, I think. But yeah, the actual album this came off is absolutely crazy bunny. You just cannot find it. And they did a repress, and even that goes for big bickies too. You know, you're $200-300 upwards. So I've only got the CD of the full album that they had. But yeah, 12-inch of that was gratefully picked up. One of Ben's, I think Ben Rankins has shown this. This is Sour Mash from the Beast Suburban. I just didn't have a copy, just never got around to getting one. I think this is a German or it's definitely not the Aussie press. Yeah, really good stuff. That's the unit there. Yeah, Tex Perkins is here. Yeah, Spencer P. Jones, who more will be heard of later. And that's on an overseas red eye. Yeah, that's not the Aussie one, but yeah, I'll have to double check where this one came from. Yeah, good classic Aussie rock from the 80s into the 90s. And a little bit earlier was the Sunny Boys. This is their self-titled. Yep, yeah, main track, yeah, Alone With You, that's pretty well known. Yeah, I've got the harder one to get is a yellow. There's one of these with a yellow cover, and that's an on yellow vinyl. But this is the standard blue. I think there's a couple of track swaps. I'm not sure which one they take off one and put on another or something. But yeah, so the Sunny Boys, yeah, good Aussie rock again. And also got one of their lives, got their live one as well, which I still haven't owned. So a couple from the Sunny Boys. And then we go back to the overseas stuff, Altered Images. This is Pinky Blue, which of course has got I Can Be Happy, hasn't it? I'm pretty sure it is. Yep. So that's another one we found. And another of the 12 inches, Shaman and Hyperial. This classic banger, that one from Britain. This is actually an Aussie press too, which is good. And that's got the utterly stunning Plavka Lonic. She's the female vocalist on that. And yeah, pity she didn't hang around for their big hit, which was that Ebenezer Good, but she left by then. And she ended up going to Jam and Spoon and a few other things. But this is a very early way to get her stuff, is this song from The Shaman. And the last of the vinyl 12s that I've got was the Man Overboard from Do Re Mi. That was Deborah Conway's band. 85, 86, huge song. Yeah, really good track from the Domestic Harmony album. So that's the 12 inch of Man Overboard. And yeah, what else do we get? Some singles, a few 7 inches. Great Wall, Boom Crash Opera. Yeah, one of those Aussie rock bands of the 80s. Yeah, good sound, not bad. So that's a 7 inch for that. And another Boom Crash with one of their other big songs was the Hands Up in the Air. Is that off the same album? I'm not sure, but yeah, there's a couple from them. Kevin Borich, I found one of his songs. What's his song? World's on Fire. So that's from Mr. Borich. The Nick Barker and the Reptiles. They did a cover of Steve Harley's Make Me Smile, Come Up and See Me, Make Me Smile. And I got the 7 inch for that. Jeff Duff. What a character he is. This is one of his first Aussie singles after he left Kush. And before he went over to England. This is 1977. It's Temptation's About to Get Me, which is, I think it's a cover of some old song, but yeah, don't quote me on that. But yeah, I'll probably do a special on him because he's got some fantastic stuff and he's a very interesting character. James Freud, yeah, rather tragic life he had, but this is One Fine Day when he's not in the Models. He did his own album. And the Models themselves, what was this called? On, and then it's copy of the Kate Bush album. The Whole Story is the B-side. It's a fairly hard one to get in good nick because it's all white and it's usually all smudged and fingerprinted and messy, but you got a nice copy of that one. And one of the Models' biggest songs was the track Let's Kiss. So that's a 7 inch for that. Some overseas stuff. Look at that. Chant Number 1 from Spandau Ballet. That's a really good song. That really like that. And Mrs. D does as well. So that's the 7. And some Johnnies, which was one of Spencer P. Jones's acts, and Injun Joe. And there's Spence. Fantastic, sort of, was a cowpunk, I think you call this stuff. Brilliant. Yeah, really good stuff from them. Some Aussie, another good artist is Died Pretty. And it didn't have this 7 inch for some reason, but that's Winterland. And a very, very early one from Paul Kelly. This is his very first record, I think, other than cassette tapes. And this is the Dots. He was just the Dots at that stage. And it's a four-track EP. And yeah, manky sort of photos. But yeah, it's a really rare one. It's pretty hard to get. And yeah, I was lucky to find a copy of that. So yeah, Paul Kelly is huge in Australia, of course, but this is very, very early, and I'm pretty sure he'll never release this stuff ever again. So you've got to get the originals. And the last one I've got is the Dubrovniks. Yeah, they were. Oh God, what's his name again? Yeah, Boris Subjovic. Yeah, he's in the Beasts as well at some stage, plus other bands. Yeah, Ben's really good. He's picked up on all the lineages that they've got. But yeah, I've got a couple of their tracks, and this is another one. And this is, yeah, Love Is on the Loose Tonight. So more Aussie stuff from the Dubrovniks. And we've also got a couple of books. Yeah, a Janis Joplin book, Scars of Sweet Paradise. Yeah, I'm not a fan of Janis's music, but who knows? Maybe after I read this, I might give her a bit more, give her a bit of time. And also a book from the Kinks, Dave Davies, Kink. So who's Mike PC31, I think, is into them. So that's another one that I haven't got any stuff of, but we'll read the book and see what comes up. And a little bonus I got when I was looking at the Spence P. Jones stuff. Somebody gave me a Spence P. Jones guitar pick. So how's that? He just threw it in because he goes, "Oh, you like him, do you?" And I went, "Yeah, he's good." So I've got two in my collection now because we got the Sisters of Mercy one from yeah, when Dylan was here in Melbourne and bumped into him. So I've got two guitar picks in the collection now. So there you go. Yeah, the wallet's pretty light compared after what we bought, but yeah, those sort of ones are, yeah, they come up every few months and really good to do. So yeah, that's the sort of stuff we find and all the stuff that I look for anyway. So for everybody who watched, thanks very much, and I'll catch you later.